Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Deb C. And the place to be, it's Deb C. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Deb C. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Again, this is the second video that you are getting today. You didn't get one yesterday, so I thought let's just roll out two today, because who doesn't love seeing this face twice a day? A lot of people. Anyways, so if it's Sunday night, then I am just doing a review of the week that was, and I'm looking forward to the week that's going to be taking place with National Calendar Day. Okay, listen, Linda, before we get to that, I want to give a shout out to a friend and a subscriber by the name of Amy Bryant. Listen, Amy, every holiday, me and Jack and Dolly get a card from Amy. Me and Amy are in the Petermon Vloggerinos group, and she has been a longtime subscriber. She comments a lot, and she sends me, Dolly, and Jack a card for every holiday. Now the thing is, she has my address because we are also both in a Christmas card exchange. So this is a card that I had gotten her for Thanksgiving. And look how sweet. The sweetest part of Thanksgiving is remembering special people like you. Dear Dolly, dear Debbie, Dolly, and Jack, happy Thanksgiving. Blessings, Amy. And she put this cute little little sticker there. She's the one that had also given me the In Rudd We Trust sticker, which I love. So thank you so very much, Amy. I say all the time that, I say to myself all the time, I'm going to send cards out for different, holidays, and I don't. So just know, thank you. Dolly said, well, thank you. That was very nice of her. She didn't have to do that. But we say thank you, and Jack, if he could talk, he would say thank you too. But I'm sure if I were to sing to him, he would sing, I love you, like he always does. So I wanted to get that out of there. Thank you once again, Amy, I absolutely love getting cards in the mail. Love it. So thank you. Okay, so let's move on to the week that was last week. I had an unplanned 4-day work week last week. And before we get to it, I'm just drinking some water right now because I haven't been getting a lot of water. So I want to get some more. Okay, so as I was saying, it was an unplanned 4-day work week. The reason being is because on November 30th, I was sitting in my room and just sitting on the edge of my bed, and I was changing into my pajama pants. And I went to stand up, and the back of my knee, my left knee, just was like, no, you're not standing up. So it was pretty difficult. I really couldn't put much weight on my leg at all. I could walk, but just barely. So I was like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? Thankfully, we did not get rid of my father's walker that we have upstairs. So I used that, and I was like, oh shit, did I pull something? Because it really did not feel like it was just my osteoarthritis kicking in, because I have osteoarthritis. However, it wasn't the kind, I don't want to say it wasn't the kind that is constantly stiff, but I didn't get a lot of stiffness. Like in the morning when I would wake up, it wouldn't be super stiff. It would only get really stiff if I were to walk for an extended period of time. But nothing like this had ever happened. So I was like, oh my God, this is great. My mom was like, do you want me to take you up to the emergency room right now? Because we're not that far from a hospital. Like, we're probably 5 minutes from the hospital, if that. So no, probably about 5 minutes driving. And I was like, no, I don't want to. And of course I'm like, well, no, I don't want to have to leave Jack here. I don't know how long we're going to be. So I was like, listen, if it doesn't feel better by the time I get up tomorrow, I might have to just go up. And it was not great. I woke up and it just was not great. So I started off December 1st at the ER. Luckily, there weren't that many people there. It was a Friday morning, so there weren't that many people there. I got in and got an x-ray. And as it turns out, it was my osteoarthritis acting up. So he was like, I give you what are you taking? And I says, well, from time to time, will take an extra strength Tylenol for arthritis. He said, that's good. But listen, it wasn't doing anything. So he said, I can give you a steroid. It can be either a shot, which I am not the biggest fan of needles, or I could give it to you in pill form. And it was prednisone. So I was like, okay, well, what are the side effects? He said, well, the side effects are number one, it can increase your blood sugar. Second, it can make you restless. I was like, what do you mean restless? He said, difficulty sleeping. So I was like, okay, well, I have a lower back issues when I lay down, so I'm restless anyways. And he said the third thing that could happen is it makes some people crazy. So I was like, oh, crazier than I am already. Okay, so let's do it. So I got a prescription for 4, and today was my 3rd, and it's helped a little. It hasn't really done a ton. I mean, it helped a little. It's not like it was on a Thursday night, but then this morning, it was bad. It was pretty bad. I don't know if that is because yesterday I did a lot of standing because I made the soup. Like every Saturday or Sunday, I will make a soup, and I was standing quite a bit. I don't know if it was because of that or what. I mean, if I'm walking, it's not super bad. If I'm just standing still, it's bad. It's really bad. So tomorrow is my last one. Let me just tell you, the emergency room, God. So I go up to the emergency room, and I had on my sweatshirt because it was December 1st, and I was like, I wear a festive Christmas sweatshirt. So I wore my pink Real Housewives of New Jersey Teresa Giudice rant about the Melissa Sprinkle cookies. If you know, you know. So I go up there, and the lady, everybody was so nice. The lady who did my x-ray, she was looking at it, and she said, what movie is that from? And I was like, it's not really a movie. It's from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Teresa Giudice explaining why she threw away her sister-in-law Melissa's sprinkle cookies. It's because she likes Pignoli cookies. And she said, "Oh, that's something different. I don't think I'm ever going to see anybody with that again." I says, "No, you absolutely are never going to see anybody in December at the ER in a Teresa Giudice Real Housewives of New Jersey Christmas sweatshirt ever. Never. Ever." So there was that. Then the doctor that came in, let me just tell you, cutie patootie, young. I mean, I could probably be his mother or much older aunt. I just say aunt. I usually say aunt. The much older, aunt, or probably mother. He comes in. I know I've said in the past that I am just not a fan of feet. I don't like my feet. I don't like anybody's feet. I don't care who it is. I don't care if you're Paul Rudd or you're Andrew Garfield or you're whoever. You could be the most gorgeous man in the world. I don't like feet. I don't like my feet. I hate my feet. Okay? I have train wreck feet. I don't want anybody to see them. So this cutie patootie doctor comes in, and he's like, "Hello, and tell me what the problem is." So I told him, and then he said, "Okay, well, take off your, I'm gonna need for you to take off your, I was thinking, oh, my clothes? Are you kidding me? It's my knee. Oh shit. Oh, thank God I took a shower last night. Do I have clean underwear on? I do. He's gonna see my old lady bra. Oh no. No, he was like, I need for you to take off your shoe and your sock. That was worse. That was far worse. So I took my shoe off, took my sock off, and he proceeded to touch my feet, and I proceeded to die, to scream inside and die. Literally. This was, I had injury and then I had insult because with the feet. So, yeah. And then of course they ask, when I get there, they have to ask, were you injured during, was this an injury from sports? I was like, look at me. What sport do I look like I play? No, it wasn't. This was an injury from changing into my pajama pants at night. So that's how I spent December 1st. It was fantastical. And listen, this came out of nowhere. Like, this tightness in my knee came out of absolutely nowhere, which I'm thinking, listen, and so this has thrown me into not a deep depression, but a little bit. And I was just thinking, I was like, listen, 2023 wasn't a fantastic year where like tons of great things happen, but it certainly wasn't like as bad as it could have been. I really feel like, honestly, this knee is this has to be my wake up call, because it looks like if I don't, 2024 is set to be health-wise not that great of a year. I can just feel it coming. So I have to get ahead of this, and I have to start trying to take my health a little more seriously, because this is not going to be good. It's just not. I know. I constantly say I have to start doing something, but I really have to. So that's it. I don't want to put a damper on this video, but that's just it. So, okay, let us move on to books. I finished The Storyteller by Dave Grohl. I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5 stars because that was so good. The way he tells his stories is just so fantastic, and you could tell it's in his own genuine voice. But the whole thing that got me was like, because he decided to take a chance, all of these things that he never would have even imagined happened to him. Like, he got to play drums with Iggy Pop when he was just starting out, when Dave Grohl was just starting out. He ended up becoming like very close friends with Paul McCartney. His daughter had gotten her first piano lesson from Paul McCartney. So he's friends with Paul McCartney, invited him over for dinner. He's coming, and then he ends up giving his daughter a piano lesson. He also ends up playing for Paul McCartney and Barack Obama at the White House. Also played a concert at the White House. He did all these things that were just like, you can't even imagine. Like, and his best friend, his childhood best friend, had passed away. I think it was the same year that Kurt Cobain had passed away. And his mother's, his best friend's mother was like a huge Neil Diamond fan. So he had the opportunity to actually have her meet Neil Diamond. And Neil Diamond literally gave her the shirt off of his back. Just like things that he probably couldn't even imagine happened. Amazing, just amazing. So, and the thing that shined through for me, number one, he was born to be in music because he has that musical ability born into him. But also, he is such a lover. He's just such a lover of music, and just like, I don't want to say he's not doing it for the money, because I mean, everybody loves the money, but I really think a large part of him just does it because he is such a fan of music, and he seems to be a fan of like all different genres, and he really is all about creativity. And not even he doesn't even say, he doesn't even like the phrase of think outside of the box. He's like, throw the box away. That's not even anywhere in the realm of his thinking. And this version that I had gotten of the book is an extended version. So it gives you a little, it gives you prompts that help with your creativity. And it gives you stories behind certain Foo Fighter songs. I would recommend it to anybody who loves music or loves the Foo Fighters or Dave Grohl, or I would highly recommend it. I liked Dave Grohl. I really liked Dave Grohl before this. After reading it, I love it. I love him even more. He's so committed to nurturing his family, and it might not be in the way that other people do it, but he's a great father. So I would 100 out of 10 recommend The Storyteller by Dave Grohl. So I was at Walmart a few weeks ago, and I thought, what am I going to read for the Christmas month, for December? So I had picked this up. It is Love Holly. It is by Emily Stone. Basically, I just picked it up on a whim because I had no idea of what kind of books were recommended for December. So it sounds kind of interesting. So that will be the first one that I start off reading. It's, let me see. How many pages? It's 372 pages. So there we go. Love Holly. That's what I'll be reading. I didn't get as much done this weekend as I wanted to just because of my knees. I did a grocery pickup yesterday at Walmart, which I think I'm probably going to be doing more often because of my knees. Because that's another thing. On Friday, when I went to the pharmacy, it was at Walmart. I really thought that it was at Giant Eagle, which is perfect because Giant Eagle has a drive-through, but it's not. It's at Walmart. And I really thought Walmart had those designated, spots outside for like pharmacy pickup. Like you stay in your car, you call them and they come out, but they don't. I walked in, my knees were terrible. By the end of that, I was done. So I'm probably gonna be doing Walmart pickup from now on, or delivery. I did do a few things this weekend. I was able to box up my Christmas gifts for my Vlog Squad friends. I made an easy chicken pot pie soup yesterday that Dolly loved. And I made some appetizers for the Steeler game today. They were not made from scratch. They are actually already made, and I just put them on the sheet and we ate them. That is something we love doing on Saturdays and Sundays. Usually on Saturdays, I'll make a soup, and then we have the soup for dinner on Saturday and Sunday because we're usually watching college football, and on Sundays we're watching the NFL. So, and then because listen, nobody has to do any cooking on Saturdays and Sundays. It's an easy breezy day. So let's look into next week. Next week for National Calendar Day. Okay, so tomorrow it's National Santa's List Day. This is the day that Santa puts together his list of who's naughty and who's nice. In the comments, let me know. Were you naughty? Were you nice? I was a mix of both. So some people in my family might say naughty, but I don't care. It's also the day that kids start making their lists. So make your list and he'll check it twice. It's also National Sock Day. I'm going to tell you, as a kid, growing up as a kid, nobody liked getting socks. Nobody liked getting socks, underwear, or in the stocking, the orange. My mom would always put an orange, and I hated getting the orange. But I love oranges now, and I love getting socks. It's National Dice Day. It is National Cheetah Day. And did you know? The cheetah is the most endangered big cat in Africa. Along with Cheetah Day, it is National Wildlife Conservation Day. And this is the day that you spread awareness about preserving and protecting the natural world and its inhabitants. And it's also a day that you strive to put an end to wildlife crimes, and also brings awareness to the Endangered Species Act. On Tuesday, it is Sacher Torte Day, S-A-C-H-E-R, Sacher Torte. And I was like, what is that? So it's a torte, and it's made with, you have chocolate sponge cake, and then you have layers, and the layers are apricot jam. And then on the top is chocolate icing. That's a Sacher Torte, if anybody asks you, which they're not, but if they do. It's also World Trick Shot Day, like with basketball. It is World Soil Day. It is also National Repeal Day. That is the celebration of the day that Prohibition ended, so they could drink. It is Krampusnacht Day, which is Krampus night. I have some friends who, I think, celebrate that maybe, possibly, or I don't know if they celebrate it, but anyways, they're fans of Krampus. And International Volunteer Day for Economic and Social Development. It's basically National Volunteer Day. Okay, Wednesday, we have National Mitten Tree Day. This is a day where you put mittens on trees and then you give them to those in need. We used to do something like that at work. We did it a few times where we put up a tree in our department, and then people brought in hats, gloves, scarves, and then we would gather them up and we would give them to, I believe it was a homeless shelter, I think. It's also Gazpacho Day. It's St. Nicholas Day, and that kind gentleman was the inspiration for Santa. And it's also Miners Day. Thursday, we're celebrating Cotton Candy Day. I won't. And the reason being is because, oh my gosh, listen, when I was in college, I worked 2 summers at Idlewild Park, and I worked in food service. The first year, I had to work at the sweet treats, like in the middle of the park. And one of the things that we had to make was cotton candy. And it wasn't the kind where you put the wand in, the paper thing, and you just go, and it comes out. No, it was the one where you had to put your hand in, you had to have the plastic glove and put it in and pick it up and put it in the bag. That shit gets everywhere. I would come home and I'd be covered. I did not want to eat cotton candy for the longest time because of that. But celebrate. It's Cotton Candy Day on Thursday. It's also Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. And it is Illinois Day. Illinois is the 21st state to join the Union. It only has, I believe it said one president, one U.S. president that was born there, and that was Ronald Reagan. However, Barack Obama called Illinois home, and I cannot remember the other one. There was another one. And it's also National Slime Day. Friday, this would have been my Father's Day because it's Crossword Solvers Day. And my father would sit out here right where I'm sitting, and he would do his crossword puzzles. He did it because he wanted to partake in something and do an activity that would strengthen his mind And he was always worried about dementia and things like that. So he wanted something that would sharpen his mind. He did crossword puzzles, and my mom does the word finds. I don't do either. I just read. It's also Salesperson Day. It's National Brownie Day. I know if I tell my mom, like if I'm like, hey mom, hey, if I were to say, hey Dolly, Friday is Brownie Day, I know she'd be like, oh, I'm gonna make some. I don't need that. I just said I gotta watch. Okay, and it's also pretend to be a time traveler. I don't know how you do that. I think it said like dress in old-timey garb and pretend like you don't know how to use technology. I don't know. So there's that. Saturday, it is National Pastry Day. Oh, I love pastries. It's a lutefisk day. A lutefisk is cod that's soaked in lye. I know that thanks to the movie Drop Dead Gorgeous. There's a little part, nobody would probably remember it, but that's what it is. And they soak it in the lye so that it can like plump, I don't want to say plump a fish up, but the fish is like dried after it's caught, and then they put it in the lye to like, I guess, soften it up. Who knows? I wouldn't eat it. It's World Techno Day, and that's a day to celebrate electronic dance music, or EDM. It's also Christmas Card Day. This is the day that they say a lot of people will mail their Christmas cards out. And also it's a day, it's a reminder just to get your stamps, buy your stamps and get your cards together. And next Sunday, it's National Lager Day. It's National Nobel Prize Day. And it is also National Human Rights Day. And that's the day that you honor the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So that is what we have to look forward to. This week, I have 1 week, and then I have a week off. So that is hopefully going to be a week where I can get some things done. I was going to decorate today in my room, and then I realized that the tree that I have does not have a base. I don't know where it's at. So I ordered another one from Amazon. I should be getting it this week. So we're gonna be doing all kind of things. We're gonna be probably making some easy cookies and easy treats, because I like to give those to the neighbors. We're gonna be decorating my room. We might be decorating downstairs. We're gonna be getting my Christmas stuff out. So I'm gonna need for my knees to be feeling a little better. And if they don't, listen, here's what I have to do. I'm finding out that I just have to adopt. I just have to adapt to what I can do. That's all. So let me know in the comments how your week was. If there's any successes, anything we want to celebrate, anything you want to get off your chest, any rants or anything, I'm here. And this is my second video today. So I'm going to go. I'm going to watch a little football, or I think Mom's watching A Christmas Story. That's what it sounds like. So if nobody told you yet today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, positivity, and understanding out there. Please take care of one another. And also, number 1, please be aware of your surroundings. And number 2, please be safe and please be careful. And I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Maybe. I think I might have an unboxing I can do. Yes, I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.